Welcome to M&P Family Production. Me and Matt are out here today at the range shooting. We had a really good experience. We were shooting this rifle earlier. This is a 1903 A4, a World War II U.S. vintage sniper rifle. These were made by Remington. It's basically a Remington 1903 A3 with a Weaver scope mounted. These were produced in 43, 44. They were made as a sniper rifle, dedicated sniper rifle. And I was really recently got this in a trade where I bought a group of guns, and this was the best piece, and I ended up keeping it. I'm very proud of it. Me and Matt were shooting it earlier, sighted it in, and it shot great. And we were doing some really good shooting. Matt did some great shooting at 300 yards. And interesting thing, it's got a Weaver M73B1 scope, which is the military version of their 330 scope. And this was a inexpensive 2.5 or 2 3/4 power scope that the Army procured when they started making these rifles. This was the only scope they could get in the quantities they needed. And it's really not a good quality scope. It was a lower end scope for kids to put on their squirrel rifles. So, but it's all they had in quantity they needed. And the optics are not the brightest. We got a simple crosshair reticle. Limited adjustment. I had to shim the mount to get a good PO, point of impact, at 100 yards. They left the front sights off. The scopes are, the way you identify a true 03 A4 rifle, they're not marked 03 A4, they're marked 03 A3. That's another story. But they're roll marked over here on the side, so that doesn't fall underneath the scope base. And the serial number is over here. Also a different bolt handle to clear the scope. And they left the front sights off, but the barrel is milled to accept a front sight. And what I read is they did that so in case they wanted to convert one of these back to an 03 A3 rifle, they could put on front sight and rear sight. Why would they ever do that? I don't know. But they made about 26,000 of these, so they're pretty rare. This is an authentic gun. This gun was rehabbed. It has a rebuild mark of BA. I think that's, I'm not going to say. I think it's an Arsenal out west. And inspector is JPL. Don't know who that was. But it was rebuilt. Got a brand new, perfect bore, perfect action. Like I said, I had to shim the scope to get it on. But if you find these out in the wild and you identify it, buy a book, learn how to identify them. There's a lot of fakes. There was a company, Gibbs, I think, that made reproductions, and they're easy to spot, but they're good quality reproduction. I'm really happy with this gun. Like I said, me and Matt shot it earlier. We'll show you videos. It shot really well. So there's the serial number. There's the marking, like I told you. This one had been, when it was re-arsenaled, it was overstamped. The 3 was struck out and a 4 added, so it's something they did later in the rebuild process in the 40s, 50s. But you can see it rolled over way on the side, US Remington model 03 A3, or A4 in this instance. And if you can see the scope markings, I don't know, I hope. Matt, can you see the scope markings? Focus good.
Now I can.
Okay. Some of them, they use use scopes right off the line that were marked Weaver 330, I believe. This is the military designation. M73B1, and also they added, the Army did, they added a serial number. Weaver didn't do that. And here's the inspector mark I was telling you about earlier. I don't know if that's showing up or not. And no front sight, but mailed to accept the site, dated September 9/43. And there's a little dimple on the bottom. I understand they did that to identify barrels that shot exceptionally well, or guns that shot exceptionally well, and they put those to the side to make sniper rifles out of. So. Got it roughly bore sighted. I don't know if we're on or what. Well, we'll find out with this 1954 vintage Western Cartridge Company ball, M2 ball. It's about 2 o'clock outside the black in the 7 ring. So let's not touch nothing. Shoot another round, see what happens. Same spot, about an inch lower or higher. So I think I don't have any more elevation windage. I think I'm bottomed out. But I will give it some left. And see what happens. So far, so good. How are you? Can I help you?
No, I was just watching it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's hard to explain, it's hard to find. It's a 1902 Kingsfield. That's what I thought. But it's a so it's a rare. They didn't make very many. Yeah.
That did a little bit in the right direction.
have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel that has 593 subs. Is that the original scope on that?
Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice. Full power.
A very poor quality scope.
Yeah. Well, government was never known for using the best,
Well,
were they?
from what I read, that was the only thing they could get in the quantities they needed.
Yeah.
You know, there were better things available, but they just couldn't get enough of it.
Is it a full power?
It's a Weaver, I think it's like 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah. But it's clearer looking through your naked eye than looking through the scope.
It stands for Mac. That's what the Check it out. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I like to see old guns. I wish I had one of them.
Yeah, that's the first one I've had.
I wouldn't have to have a sniper rifle. I'd be satisfied with just the
Yeah, a regular 03A3, yeah. They're great rifles.
I've got a Garand, but I need a 03 and a carbine.
Yeah.
30 carbine.
Well, they're out there.
Yeah.
They're getting more expensive every day.
I should have bought it when I was cheaper.
I know it. All right, Matt, that last shot went kind of wild. I don't know why.
Okay.
But I'm going to take another one.
Got it.
Wow. Well, I went to about 11 o'clock high, further away from the black. So I'm going to correct my windage. I think I went too far, obviously. And I'm going to I don't know. I can't tell if the scope's acting right or what's going on. But we'll see what this is. Same place, high 11 o'clock. So I don't know. Maybe my adjustments aren't working so good on this old scope. Things could be stuck in there. All right. Feel like I'm Now that's a little bit better in the right direction. I'm not too worried about the elevation if I can just get the windage square on. I need to get my sissy pad. This thing's starting to work on me. Got pretty stiff recoil. All right, that's the best shot. It's about 12:30 on the edge of the black. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit and fire a few more for group. I guess I'm gonna stick with the M2 ball because I think that's all our guys had available to them. So I'm gonna fire 3 on a new target and see what we get. Hold as tight as I can and see what we got. And now
How's that pad helping?
it helps. It helped. All right. I got a 3-shot group just outside the black at 12 o'clock. I think I'm going to shoot at the steel plate at 200 yards.
Okay. You go, man.
I said 3. Oh yeah. You did all right. Did all right. All right, these were my first 2. Then I made an adjustment, came over here, made another adjustment, got up here, adjusted back, and then my last 4 shots were 1, 2, 3. So I think I put 2 clicks left, so we should be good. I'll fire a couple of more. I'll fire 3 more and then maybe shoot at some steel plates or something. Hope you enjoyed this little video. If you want to find out more about it, there's tons of good videos out. Get some books, read up on them. If you want to find one, they're $4,000 to $6,000, $7,000. They're expensive. So, hey, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.